Okay, up next we have a newborn screening parent perspective. I think most of us have been pretty excited about this one because we have a really cute little guy over there that's been very, very good for the whole conference. Please welcome Maranda Judd from North Carolina.
First, I'd like to thank you all for this time and opportunity to be here and speak with you all and share our story. My name is Maranda Judd, and I am the mother to Ashton Nehemiah Chambers. Ashton is 7 months. He'll be 8 months next week, going on 18. I am originally from Holly Springs, North Carolina, a small town right outside of Raleigh. However, our story with ALD begins in Houston, Texas. I didn't have many complications throughout my pregnancy other than Ashton having fetal growth development. I was told that due to my placenta not growing correctly, he was having a low birth rate, possibility of a low birth rate, and I was having low fluids in my sac. I was expected to be induced on a Monday at 37 weeks. However, at my 36-week appointment, I was told that I would actually not be going shopping at Ross, but going to Texas Women's Hospital to deliver Ashton. And that is when Team Ashton was born. Ashton was born on July the 29th, 2023, and he surprised all of us. He weighed 5 pounds and 14 ounces. He did have a low blood sugar at birth, and he had a severe case of jaundice. Ashton was placed under lights for 3 days. I was told I could not hold him, try not to hold him as much as I could, keep him under the lights, and other than to feed him and taking him out. Throughout that time, we completed our newborn screening test and repeated tests for jaundice. On the 31st of July, we were discharged and ready to go home. And that is where our journey begins. I was told that we would need to return to Ashton's primary care doctor to do a repeat test for the jaundice. They explained that they would possibly have to send a lights team out to our home due to his levels being as high as they were, and I would have to return the following day to repeat test again. On August the 3rd, our life changed forever. I was on the way to Ashton's repeat appointment, and I received a call that Ashton was positive for a hypothyroid disease as well as ALD. Mind you, we're still battling the jaundice throughout this time. I was confused, I felt helpless, I was scared, and just did not know what was next. Ashton's primary care doctor did not provide us with much information. I was given a fact sheet with just basics ALD information, and that was all. They just continued to say they were sorry, which didn't really help, but we didn't have a lot of information. We retested that day as well for jaundice, and we headed to Texas Children's Hospital to do his long fatty acids blood work. They weren't able to provide us at his primary care doctor during that time either much about this blood work that we were going to do, other than explaining that it would possibly help to confirm and give more information on the ALD. And here are his results. So what happens now? I'm a single mom. I am battling a severe postpartum depression. My mother had came in from North Carolina. Thank God for her. She was helping me to get out of bed, to eat, because postpartum was something that was so severe for me. I was miles and miles away from home, in the middle of mortuary school. I just began my funeral director apprenticeship. And then the same week that we received this diagnosis, my niece, Hunter Rose, who is 2 years old, is also placed on hospice. Hunter Rose also has a rare genetic disease, a rare form of muscular dystrophy. So my life, everything was just crumbling at one time. For months, I had been battling and praying to God, asking for direction of should I go back home to North Carolina. Yes, in Houston, I had built a phenomenal family of friends, but it's just something about being home under your mother. And I had been battling and battling and praying and praying. And upon that call, it's like God spoke to me in that time, and I knew we were going home. So now we have to find Ashton care. We were waiting to get a sooner appointment with the genetics team in Houston. They were actually scheduled out until like the end of October, and I was like, no way. So I called every day between Duke University Hospital in North Carolina, trying to establish care there, and we're getting a sooner appointment in Houston. I very quickly was known on their lines as Ashton's mom is calling. Throughout that time, one day driving, I received a call that the Children's Hospital in Houston had a sooner appointment at the end of August, and we were on the way. Throughout that appointment, we did review his fatty acids test. ALD was explained to me. Um, I still felt very hopeless throughout this time. Um, and I asked one of the team members that was assisting in his care, would Ashton have a normal life? Will he be okay? Can you just give me that? And I was told no. That was very hard, and I just had no hope. A few days after that, I received a call from Duke University Hospital that they wanted to refer us over to UNC Chapel Hill, their children's hospital and genetics team, because they felt they could better serve our family. And that is when there was hope. I finally had hope. Kristen from the UNC genetics team contacted me via email, phone. We talked daily, and she answered every question that I had. She directed me to Maranda with the ALD Foundation, and again, I had hope. Miranda provided me with different resources and things and just let me know that I had a support team. I had my family and I knew I had them. I now knew that I had a medical team that was behind me. And then I also now have the ALD community. And we got to work. September the 7th, we were on our way home. There was little Ashton on the plane. He did really well, but not this time. And we got to work. We came home, and we were reunited with all of our family, with Hunter Rose and with my sister during her time with her daughter. And on the 22nd of September, we had our first appointment with Raphael, who spoke earlier. So grateful and thankful to him. And Raphael, we took me down through all the steps as to what we would do, how things would go, answered every question that I had. I had a list, and he answered every single one. And then he also explained the different departments that would assist in Ashton's care. And he sent referrals out that day. And again, the UNC Chapel Hill team, I cannot express my love and gratitude for this team because they worked so hard to get my son in. We had our first appointment on September the 22nd. October the 6th, we were meeting with endocrinology. October the 9th, we met with neurology. And I got all the information that I needed. On November the 10th, Raphael gave me a call that my results had came back because we did complete that throughout Ashton's first appointment, and that I also was positive. My family at this time, we still are unsure as to where ALD began in our family. The day of my mom's test, and she got COVID. And unfortunately, my father passed away when I was 5 months pregnant. So we still are in the process of learning and figuring out what to do and how to move. I'll be calling you next week, Raphael. But we are we are determined to learn. My family, we have some appointment photos. Since I've had Ashton, there has not been an appointment that I have had to go to alone. I either have had someone physically there with me or someone is on the phone, and for that, I am grateful. So, life now. Last month, Ashton completed his second endocrinology appointment. His lab results came back and they were phenomenal. So grateful to God for that. Ashton is trying to crawl, stand up. He loves to talk. He got that from his mama, you see. He knows how to roll over. Ashton enjoys his swim classes every Sunday with his mommy and his granddaddy. He adores his Gigi, and he loves to FaceTime with anyone from Team Ashton. I would like to take this time again to thank my mother, my grandmother, and as Ashton and all the other grandkids call him granddaddy for just being there. Again, if it were not for the three of these individuals in the beginning of this process, I don't know where we would be. To my sister Amber and Octavia. Octavia has Ashton now. Amber is Hunter Rose's mom. Having a sibling that also has a child with a genetic disease has helped us to grow our bond and be closer. She was the first person that told me, Miranda, it's not your fault. Because for the few months of receiving this diagnosis, I felt like it was my fault. He got this from me. It was on me. And my sister assured me that it was not my fault. And she gave me hope and faith. And I continue to admire her strength during her time as her daughter is still on hospice. To my Abby, Ashton's aunt. She opened up her home to us as we were transitioning from Houston to North Carolina. We will forever be grateful. Oh, okay, didn't go on the outside. And also to Aunt Candace and Aunt Angel, those are Ashton's babysitters. I am grateful for you. To the ALD Foundation, thank you all for this opportunity and providing me with all the information and support that I have now. I'm forever grateful. Our church family, Pastor Jamal H. Brown, for praying with me and praying with our family throughout this difficult time. And as always, Team Ashton. Team Ashton has come from 4 different states today, and I am so grateful for them. And we are grateful for our support. Thank you all for this time.